Well, Rafa Nadal against Andy Murray is the big match tonight on the Rod Laver Arena, and it's an encounter that piques the interest of the tennis fraternity, pitting two of the most exciting young players on tour against each other. Thus far, Murray's shown great form to get through to the last eight, as has Nadal. Both saw off gargantuan serving opponents in round four. Now they have 48 hours to prepare for a different challenge altogether.
Okay.
Again, Murray.
Fabulous. Beautiful point by both players.
Australia Tennis Hall of Fame.
Brilliant.
Fifteen seconds.
Oh. Wow. Well, he really is taking it to Andy Murray here, Rafael Nadal being super. Wow.
Backhand.
That is perfection. No way. And that's going to be key tonight, I think, the serve and volley play.
30-40.
It's a good combination.
Another free point. Marathon. Oh. Beautiful rally.
Brutal.
Again, Murray.
Murray is just making Nadal panic here a little.
It's got all the answers so far.
Yeah, well, Nadal's going to have to put his thinking cap on because that...
That's where he's exciting. Takes you. Oh. It's in. What another great...
And take control here.
Made it.
Advantage. Murray.
Looking to serve and volley again. He's got it. That is some set for Andy Murray. Nadal has got some thinking to do.
Oh, that's a very clever serve by Nadal. Just brilliant.
Read it. Would have been happier if the volley had been better. Ooh. That's going to be challenged straight away. Wasn't the best overhead.
He really let that ball drop way too far down. Too casual.
It's in.
Again, Nadal.
And I should think Nadal will be delighted.
40 love.
That's beautiful. Effortless. Another love game for Nadal.
Just overran that volley a little bit. This game. Yeah.
15 love. Again, Murray.
A really solid serve. There's your first serve and volley, Chris.
Talking of iron.
Unbelievable shot.
Brilliant.
Yeah, just an unbelievable.
Great length.
It's going to be too high and you can't reach it and get any power on it. It's not a good reaction from Nadal.
Another mini battle overcome. 30 all. That is a huge.
Is he okay?
Murray the first to ask. He says okay. Great response from the 2 break points lost. He might be down, but he's nowhere near out, Nadal. He'll just give him a count to 10.
That's the first. Ooh, just slipped again. He slipped a couple of times here. We've seen Roger Federer slip too throughout this tournament.
Could be on his sweat.
It's very possible. No.
And still Murray comes back at him. Oh. And this man can't volley.
Oh, we know he can.
So second serve. Wow. His trademark.
30-15.
What a time.
Oh! Oh.
40-30.
Another one. That's... Missed it. played. But all hitting three-quarter smash.
Ah, well done.
It is 2 sets to love for Andy Murray. Nadal has come back 3 times from 2 sets down. 10 minutes, Murray in control. Tactics continue, execution continues. He's made it.
He is unbelievable. Oops.
15 on.
Now. Okay, which part of your body? Me.
Oh, he wants the trainer for the knee. Another pause.
Ladies and gentlemen, the physio has been called to the court.
Did something pop? It was an instant stop after that wide forehand down the line.
Yeah, it really was, but then he didn't.
Last year when I had to stop.
But not for this tournament.
No.
How bad?
Started the last set. This when I ran away is worst. Really worst.
Started in the last set and he can't push off, he says.
Yeah.
Acute tendonitis, both knees, has been the problem. It's been refreshing to see him play without the little strapping he has under each knee. We picked up nothing in the match to suggest there was a problem. Did you, Matt?
No, not at all. It seems it's really unexpected.
Yeah.
And that was in the previous service game of Andy Murray's too. We didn't pick up on. I didn't see that at all.
And he's, you know, for Nadal, who's just, he plays the sport by all the rules as far as sportsmanship goes.
Oh, absolutely.
This has got to be serious for him to just stop, literally. 15 all in a game.
Not sure how much they can do about it. It seems it's an injury that's there. What could you possibly do? Quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nadal's taking the medical timeout.
You're allowed 1 full medical timeout per injury, and then the trainer can come on 2 more times at the change of ends for additional treatment for the same injury, and then that's your lot. You've got to get up and play. So he'll be taking anti-inflammatories, you would imagine. They'll take about 15, 20 minutes to kick in. Worrying times, not just for this match, but for his career.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's a good time to take a break, that's for sure. But again, you said it, Rafael Nadal is such a sportsman, and he would never consider doing something like that just because he needs a break. It's obviously very serious.
And for Murray, who's done everything right, he's 2 sets up. He's 1 love up in the 3rd set. He's thought about the tactics. He said, just in the one question he was asked before stepping onto the court, I'm going to attack the ball more. I'm going to do more with my shots against Rafa tonight. And boy, has he done that.
Oh, he really has. And it's very difficult to suddenly, it's much easier to suddenly become more aggressive tactically. Everyone can do that. Leighton Hewitt is trying to do that. And Andy Murray obviously is doing that tonight. But to hit out and be more free in throughout the hitting zone, that's the hard part, because it's it's against your human nature. And somebody like Rafael Nadal, he's never going to be able to flatten out his forehand completely because it just doesn't fit his eye. And I know that myself. I was very tentative when it came to the moment of impact. But in terms of tactics, I could be aggressive. That's not a problem. But Murray has done both tonight.
Yes. And Murray can sympathise because he suffered with a knee problem in his career. He was born with a defect in the knee. And it needs constant management as well. He's got an ankle injury that was sustained as a young man as well, Murray, that he has to nurture. But acute tendinitis in both knees, attributed mainly because of the way he plays this great sport, Nadal. He's 23 years of age, but he's probably got the knees of a 40-year-old, I would imagine.
He must probably run the distance of a 40-year-old long-distance runner as well. I thought I picked up there that he said that 5 sets is a long way, he's told the doctor here at Rafael Nadal. Which means that, is he going to play this match out just to give Andy Murray the satisfaction of having beaten Nadal on the big stage, and he doesn't want to look like a bad loser? Possibly so.
Yeah. Well, there was so much talk when Enan retired against Amelie Mauresmo in the final a few years back. Unable to continue, feeling so ill. Took away the handshake from Mauresmo at the end of the match.
Time.
He'll do everything he can. Perfect. It's got to be ruthless.
Game. Murray.
It's another break.
I'm waiting for Nadal to default here or retire. He knew Nadal was going to come back out.
Yeah. He can't push off. He can't put any weight on it, Nadal.
You got to play conservatively, save your energy sometimes, and play around your. Of course, there is always the risk that Nadal is now so relaxed that he starts.
And you?
I haven't had to.
Advantage.
Another. He's grooving it now in his service just because of it.
Game. Murray.
Nadal has got to try and beat Murray on one leg. Surely that's not possible. Murray 3-love, third set. Welcome back. Well, I'm really sorry to say that Nadal has had to shake hands with Andy Murray. The injury, clearly, he had no strength to push off. There was no contest in the end. He had no choice in that. Murray is through to the semi-finals.
Oh, absolutely. And it doesn't take away anything from Andy Murray's win here. He's clearly the better player. He was a bit lucky at certain parts of the match, and Rafael Nadal, in my opinion, was slightly unlucky. But again, Andy Murray, you can tell that he's going to win 7 sets out of 10 if they keep playing. So.
Well, Andy, I'm sure that's not the way you imagined making your first semifinal with Rafa unable to continue. Rafa's a great champion. Your thoughts on him and what he was, how he was competing tonight?
I've known Rafa since I was maybe 13, 14, and he was someone I always looked up to when I was, coming through the juniors. He was already playing the seniors, and he's my favourite player to watch just because of what he brings to the court, his energy, and I was a bit gutted for him.
Well, as players, we can only control our side of the court, and you controlled your side incredibly well tonight. Describe how it felt for you to play such offensive tennis against such a great defensive player in Rafa.
Yeah, well, I came through a few tough moments at the start of the match. I was going for maybe a little bit too much, and he he kind of forces you to do that a little bit, but I knew I had to keep going for my shots and found the right tactics to win, and that was the most important thing, but I played really well tonight.
Well, let's talk about your tactics, because you have such versatility as a player. You know, you can play slices, drop shots, lobs, you can change speeds all the time. I thought in this match that you needed to come out and play a little bit like you did against John Isner, which was sort of full throttle tennis, which it seems like you did, but you also did different things, particularly on big points, serve and volley. There was a lot of variety in there. What was your strategy coming out here to take on Rafa?
Well, I mean, like you say, I had to go for my shots, play big tennis, and then, you know, when the big points come, you got to try and keep them short. You know, you don't want to play long points against Rafa. That's where he feels most comfortable, and serve and volleyed a little bit, and everything worked well.
You don't serve and volley very often, I don't think, but you snuck it in there, and you did it well. Were you surprised that you were so successful?
I practiced it a lot in the off-season, and obviously it worked good tonight, but maybe I'll do it a little bit more often now.
Well, you're going to have another chance. You get a semifinal matchup against Marin Cilic, another great young player like yourself. He's had some tough matches. What do you think you'll need to do in that one to sneak through to a final here?
You know, if I play like I did tonight, I've got a good chance. You know, but obviously nerves are going to be there. You know, the opportunity to make a final of a slam. But I lost him at the US Open in straight sets, so be looking for some revenge there.
Well, how are you going to get the revenge? Is it a similar style of play here? I mean, he's maybe a little bit tired. He's played 3-5 setters. You're kind of a little fresh tonight, aren't you? I mean, only 2.5 hours at Rafa. That's pretty easy.
And Marin's probably watching right now, so I don't want to. Not going to tell him the way I'm going to play against him.
He's not watching. He's at dinner right now. Come on.
Well, he's obviously a big guy. I'll try and keep the ball low and get him moving. You know, when he's dictating the points, that's when he plays his best tennis. So try and play like I did tonight.
Well, I saw that you had a pretty special recovery game plan after one of your matches here. You may do this after all your matches. It looks like an enhanced interrogation technique to me. You're sitting in a bathtub full of ice water. What do you do that for? What's that all about? That looks painful.
I've been trying to convince my physio for about 3 years that it's not good for me, but he keeps getting me to do it. It's a bit late tonight, but I'm sure he'll have me in there tomorrow. It's meant to, well, I guess, help you recover. It's working well so far.
Is that the time when your coach gets in there and gets into your deepest thoughts and tries to get him out of it? Because you'd be pretty vulnerable, I would think.
I tell them that if they say the ice bath's good for me, they've got to get in there with me. So.
Hope it's a big tub.
No, it's pretty small, actually. It's pretty small.
Well, I know you guys, you have a big team. I mean, you have a varied team. You work with the Spanish coach, and Alex Correia as well. Miles is here, your day-to-day coach. Why do you like sort of the variety of having a bunch of different people on your team?
Well, tennis season's like 11 months long now. You know, it's so challenging on the body, and then mentally, you know, it gets harder as the season goes on. And it's nice just to have different people around sometimes to keep things fresh with different ideas, different practice methods, and that's why I do it. And I'm enjoying my tennis a lot more because of it.
It seems like you guys have a lot of fun too. I'm obviously extending this since the match shortened, so I apologize for keeping you out here so long, but I watch you guys warm up and you kind of kick the tennis ball around like a soccer ball. It seems like you guys have a lot of fun, and also probably, you know, sometimes a few little jokes and wagers and sort of people lose and might have to, I don't know, do butts up or different things like that. Does that keep it fun for you as well?
Yeah, we normally play for forfeits, you know, like wearing, what my fitness trainer had to wear a pink tracksuit for a week. Which it was actually not that bad when we were together because we, you know, kind of laughed and joked it off. But it was kind of when he was walking through the mall and stuff on his own. He said he felt a little bit uncomfortable. But yeah, we just play for all sorts of weird things.
What's the worst thing that you've ever had to do as a result?
I actually had to do the pink tracksuit for 3 days because my fitness trainer, he did some fitness session on the track that I didn't think he could do. So I had the pink tracksuit for 3 days in Miami.
Well, one time I jumped in the river here because my coach did basically the same. He's kind of a dare. If you win this tournament, we're going to go swim in this nasty river next door. Have you thought of anything that if you win this tournament or any major for that matter that you guys might do together as a team?
We actually talked about it last year here, and we talked about maybe jumping out of a plane, but none of them were up for it. So maybe we'll do that on my own. I could do the lake thing, but would you be a bit gutted with that if I copied your
It's a pretty dirty river. You could probably walk across it now. I think you'd be all right. Do your own thing. You did it so beautifully tonight. I don't know if I've ever seen you play better. You're in the semifinals. Not the way necessarily you wanted it, but you did beat Rafa. Congratulations. Good luck.
40 minutes or so after he's done press to bring some words. So, the day is over. What a day it's been.
Well, Rafa Nadal against Andy Murray is the big match tonight on the Rod Laver Arena, and it's an encounter that piques the interest of the tennis fraternity, pitting two of the most exciting young players on tour against each other. Thus far, Murray's shown great form to get through to the last 8, as has Nadal. Both saw off gargantuan serving opponents in round 4. Now they have 48 hours to prepare for a different challenge altogether.
Okay.
Get Murray.
Fabulous.
Beautiful point by both players.
Australia Tennis Hall of Fame. Brilliant.
$15.
Oh. Wow.
Well, he really is taking it to Andy Murray here, Rafael Nadal being
super. Wow. Backhand. That is perfection.
no way. And that's going to be key tonight, I think, the serve and volley play.
30-40.
It's a good combination.
Another free point. Marathon.
Oh.
Beautiful rally.
Brutal.
Now Maris is making Nadal panic here a little.
It's got all the answers so far.
Yeah, well, Nadal's going to have to put his thinking cap on because that...
That's where it's exciting. Takes you. It's in. What another great...
And take control here.
Made it.